Welcome, everyone, to Discovering Your Inner Light, Episode 5, with the handler and guest speaker, Michael Massey. Michael, so great to have you here on the show today.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. And I mean, right off the bat, see how cordial we were to each other? One of the things I'm trying to do out there is to lead by example. And what I've learned is in society, people have learned over time how they are actually, how they act and how they talk. Back in the older time, we had Shakespearean. That Shakespearean is long gone, but now I'm just looking at, what are your behaviors? Now, if we have the power to influence behaviors, we know society does a great job of turning people into zombies. I don't know what you want to call them, but nowadays, people that don't think, right? And, we hope to start you to think. So it is up to us, individuals like Michael and myself, to enlighten and brighten your days so you start actually hearing us. And then once you see us, once you can see, the light beyond the forest, you're like, oh, wow. These guys are cool, and they care, and then they actually going to make society into something so much better by molding it. But when you mold something, you got to get your hands dirty. Are you ready to get your hands dirty?
I very hope so.
All right. So Michael here.
Don't go too hard on me. First timer.
Michael is going to tell us all about what brought him to God.
Well, I've always had a very good connection with God. Me personally, I live my life like God is always watching. I'm not perfect by any means. My first company was GFM Improvements, God, Family, Money, in that order. I feel like God is always watching over me. I don't do a lot of praying, and I don't go to church much. It seems like since I got into politics, especially the churches that I've been to, you get shunned when you say you're a Republican, and it irritates me. So me and my wife, we just listen to the Bible often at home. I believe that can't nobody help me get to God. I got the Bible just like you got the Bible, just like the preacher is preaching the Bible. I'll read it myself, and I've been through a lot in my life. I feel like God is always protecting me. When I was young, 19, as soon as I got out of high school, I got shot in the head, and I knew I wasn't gonna die. I was numb for a second, then life just snapped right back into me. Went to the hospital. I'm not gonna say I pray to God, but I thanked him, and I feel like we have a very good connection. I'm not very biased about religion. I believe everybody believes in the same God, no matter what book you research. My dad's a Muslim. Some people tease me and say that I'm half Muslim on my father's side, and I'm not all I do is there's one God, and I believe that everybody should respect him and respect everybody else's religion. I'm not really biased when it comes to religion, as long as you believe in one God.
And that's amazing, because to hear that story, obviously you were shot in the head and came back. I have many stories I call it walking in God's grace. When you walk in God's grace and he's got you, it's like anything can happen to you, and you will walk right through it like it never happened. And you stand here today strong as ever. I met you on the corner, just recently out there in Hamden, out there campaigning. And I know so many people that just can't even understand the idea of getting involved to a level that will help make change. They're like, oh, I know there's a problem, but I'm just
Been a
gonna
struggle.
ride it out. Let's see what happens. I'm like, well, how do you think that's gonna work?
Yeah, listen, it's been a struggle. It's one of the hardest things that I've done in my life, and that's saying a lot. But I feel like this is my calling. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be mayor of New Haven.
Really?
I swear.
You got my vote because the current one, I have met him before right now, I always love these cool stories, and this is when I talk about walking in God's grace, it is about truly embracing everything He does, and He's not just there to protect you from the chaos. He's there to walk you in to the best of you. But you have to be willing to accept that He's got you more than you do. And, well, I was at an event and it was great. It was down in New Haven. It was about, Yale and Kevin from Winning Ways. If you know him, he's from New Haven as well. Shout out to you, Kevin, and everything you do. But he helps people that have been either incarcerated or are less fortunate or homeless, and he gets them back on their feet, right? Yeah. He helps them with financial training, and then, of course, there was a Yale group there as well that was a part of this, some kind of mental health group that was there. And, well, I walked up, and wouldn't you know it, there was Brittany Taylor. Now, Brittany Taylor is from Channel 8 News, right? And, I met her because she actually interviewed me, for a program that was, that was helping those that had been incarcerated clear their, their record. Now, I had a small incarceration of 4 months, but and it was all because of making a video that was apparently too offensive. I went too far. I call myself an extreme extrovert, right? So I go the distance. I am committed, right? And well,
I got to pass.
And that's the coolest thing. So now Brittany Taylor is sitting there or standing there interviewing Justin Eckler, the mayor, right? And and now I'm like, well, hi, Brittany, but Justin, how you doing? Right? Let's converse, right? Because I was at the Citizens Academy, New Haven Citizens Academy. Now, shout out to the New Haven Police. The New Haven Citizens Academy is where you learn, the community can learn what the police actually go through to protect you, and then, of course, protect themselves. All the inner workings of the police. And I met the chief there, Chief Carl Jacobson, and Assistant Chief David Zanelli. Shout out to both of y'all, and knowing how the police work and getting involved in them. Well, the mayor was there as well, right? So I had already met the mayor. I knew the mayor before, but I got to see the mayor. He was there, and he was at our graduation ceremony for the Citizens Academy. So now I'm in New Haven. Brittany Taylor's interviewing the mayor. Well, and they have this whole press conference about what's going, about the helping out the less fortunate, right? Well, I grabbed the mayor's hand, shook his hand, and want to know what he did?
What did he do?
He walked me right into the press conference to stand on this side. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have had to stand on the other side. So I stood right next to the mayor and everyone else. Now, I was the only one that didn't get to speak at the press conference because, well, I wasn't scheduled to. Not that I wouldn't. Trust and believe that they said, the handler, go grab the mic, because I did a video right afterwards. But the mayor walked me right in to the press conference, and I stood right next to him as I looked at everyone and was part of it. And want to know what I can say is, you want to know who did that? Not me. That was God. That was God.
Amen.
Amen. Right. And that's when I talk about never miss an opportunity, whether it's seeing you or seeing someone else, shake their hand, look them in the eye. Never miss an opportunity to further your connections with everyone.
Honestly, I feel like this is Connecticut's opportunity. Really, I'm not only a Republican, I'm also endorsed by the Independent Party. I'm going to be an Independent Party line. It's time that we start changing the. We got to turn the page on the past. these politicians, they've been in office for way too long. I mean, the person I'm running against, she's been in office for 34 years. It's crazy that we say that Democrats ain't been doing nothing, but let's vote for them one last time. It's embarrassing to me. More and more people starting to say it. So I believe that this is Connecticut's opportunity. Me being a very urban Republican, I know who I am, my mannerisms. People say that you don't talk like a typical politician, and I don't want to. I don't think people really understand the urban psyche. We get that we have our ways that we want to change, but the way we talk, our mannerisms, we like us. And I believe we need a seat at the table. Congress has never seen anybody like me. I'm always going to try to do the right thing. I have a past. I've been through. It's embarrassing to me, all the things I've been through that I could have prevented. I've been to jail for over a decade. I've had all type of fights. I sold drugs. I robbed. I feel that God has brought me to this point. I've been through what I've been through, so I could share this with people. And honestly, I believe that this is starting in Connecticut. Once we take this seat, there will be 5 Republicans just like me in these urban districts that typically vote Democrat, that it's a stronghold that Republicans never thought they could take. But if I take this seat, Rosa DeLaura's seat, one of the most powerful Democrats in office, I believe it's going to send a shockwave through the whole world. If I'm being honest, and that's not me being cocky, but honestly, I believe this is my moment.
We need some fresh, young blood within our government, local and federal, right? And this is important, right? Because we know that the people that have been in office for way too long. Now, it just boggles my mind. You know, these people, they get away with so much, these politicians that have been in office so long. Now, I don't know what the purpose is, but apparently on the news today, right, which I watch the news every morning, multiple stations, got to keep informed, local and of course, worldwide news as well. But apparently we are now putting up new signs. Welcome to Connecticut. But at the bottom of that sign, man, Governor Ned Lamont. Now, maybe he was on the other ones, but why do we need all these new signs? Is it that important? Or did you want to show how important you are? You know, I think the more powerful people get, the more it goes to their heads.
Yeah, you're right.
And I already know about Ned Lamont and how corrupt that fucker is, simply put. And it takes us getting involved to actually go and make this change. You know, I mean, I'm so glad you're going for a position you can. I can't wait for somebody with the balls enough to go after Ned Lamont, but it's going to take, some balls within this country, because these Democrats have gotten away with it for too long. Now, here's the thing: is to me, it's way deeper than left versus right. The left and the right wing are a part of the same bird.
Absolutely.
Right? So, but we have to get people immersed into every aspect of the United States, local and federal government. And once we do that, well, we'll own the system, right? Remember, during COVID, it was the essential workers, the ones that are the doers. Well, right now, we are looking for a bunch of doers that are ready to go overtime into fixing the United States government. And this man right here, well, we and myself as well, we are in overtime. This is what we do for you. However, there's power in knowledge and in numbers. So if we share the knowledge that we have obtained with everyone through every social media platform in every way possible by getting out there, and we build our numbers to the awareness of what the government has been doing for so long, and we're like, no, we're done. We're going to go fix this because guess what? You needed us to function during COVID. Well, you're going to need us because we're going to get rid of all y'all, and we're going to use the law to do it. Why do you think I go make friends with police officers? We're all in the same boat. Military. I mean, I want friends everywhere. I mean, I'd love to make friends with judges, but you know something? There's so many of them that are bought and paid for that you got to tread lightly there, right? But here's the thing: is there is good in everyone. Well, let me take that back. There's potential good in everyone, right? I like to say, whatever you did yesterday, we can put that in the past, right? I mean, there's some fine lines with that, I don't care where you end up, but up there, no. However, if you can leave in a past, like I said, we all had a past, right? But life is a state of mind. Yesterday happened. Let it go. When you sit there and dwell in yesterday, well, that's where you live. When you work on your present right now, focused on making sure that present emulates out and emanates out into your future, well, now you actually are making change. But remember, it takes knowledge.
Change is what it's all about. This is one of the main reasons why I'm more of a MAGA Republican rather than just a regular Republican. I've been to Trump rallies. I mean, people walk right up to you, give you a hug. Like, people are ready for change. Like, Trump been in office 4 years, and it's crazy how they say they want to turn the page from Trump, or we're not going back. Like, MAGA is the new party. I know Democrat MAGA. I know black people that's MAGA. I'm not a regular Republican. I embrace what Trump is trying to do. He's building a tent, and I want to be a part of that. I have policies that is designed to fix the urban neighborhoods, which is, in my opinion, the biggest danger in America. This is where the most people get shot. This is where the drugs are. This is where the most of the crime is. This is where they have the worst test scores. We have to fix these urban neighborhoods. When I hear Democrats say white supremacy is the most dangerous thing in America, I'm like, do you not see them 400 black people that just died in Chicago? The 300 black people that just died in St. Louis? It's crazy to me how we keep overlooking these urban neighborhoods that need help the most because we want to be Democrats that bad. We know that these urban neighborhoods are run by Democrats into the ground. Every celebrity says it, well, the Democrats is taking advantage of our vote and they're not doing nothing. But how about we just vote for them one more time? I believe more people got to speak out against that, and more people got to not only vote but run, because too many people in these urban neighborhoods don't even vote. 50%, less than 50% of New Haven vote, and I believe it's mostly because you can't really vote for Democrat policies. It's not like they're helping us in any way, but Republicans refuse to campaign in these areas. They're not really embracing these urban areas, and you can't get mad that these urban areas don't vote Republican when you don't even try and get their vote. Me personally, I feel this is a big step. Them nominating me is a big step, and now that the Independent Party has nominated me as well, we gonna jump these Democrats.
Now that's what I like to hear, because what I'm seeing out there, and honestly, it's a shit show. And pardon my French. I like to say it like this: if you are offended by my profanity, well, I am offended by your ignorance. Like, for instance, I came upon a veteran, and I made a video, and I thanked him for his service. Right, and made a great video because, well, you are a veteran, you fought for our country, and it was old man too, so it was one of them old wars.
Yeah.
Point being, World War II, and point being is, I then made another video saying, understanding the political mind, and well, I said, so what are you, a Democrat or Republican? He said, well, I'm a Democrat. So I guess I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris. I'm like, well, why? Do you look at her policies? He's not like, well, I've always voted Democrat, so I'm just going to vote Democrat. So if that's your mindset, then, well, and if that's a lot of people's mindsets, well, that's sad, right? And that means people aren't even thinking anymore. They have become indoctrinated to democracy. Right, or to to society, not for nothing.
Yes, and that happens on both sides. And I don't want to be I don't want people to get me wrong. I don't want you to vote for me just because I'm a Republican. I don't want you to vote for a Democrat just because they're a Democrat. You have to look at people's policies. Outside of the news media spreading their propaganda and highlighting what they want to highlight, if you turn your TV off, the policies is the only thing that matters to you and your family. I can't stress that enough. When you go in that booth, I don't want you to just vote all red. I don't want you to vote all blue. I want you to vote for the person whose policies suit you the best. I'm offended that, and I'm in contact with a lot of Republicans. Like almost every Republican that's running in this state has reached out to me. I go to y'all platform and y'all have no policy. Like, why would you expect people to switch from this Democrat stronghold to you, and you're not even telling them what you plan on doing? Or you could say, well, Democrat bad. It's wrong. I hate when Democrats do it. I need Republicans to tell people what they're about, what they're trying to push. Please go to Michael Massey for Congress. When push comes to shove, I think my policies is better than hers, and that's why you should vote for me. Like, we have to get a handle on these urban neighborhoods, and my policies aren't just for urban neighborhoods. It's not just for Black. It's for the whole America. But because in these urban areas, there's so many people in there, they're going to be they're going to benefit greatly for it. And my whole thing is, we have to change the culture in these areas. We have to change the culture for these young people in America. I appreciate every podcast that allows me to come and spread my message. I like to.
Well, I can tell you right now,
I appreciate it, man.
Michael. I mean, you have my vote, right? Because
Thank you.
We are of like minds. Now, first off, the fact that you are a man of God, right? You know that's important because, see, when I go out there and talk, right, I have zero fear, right? Now, where there's many people out there that have become aware to what the government has been doing, and they try to get involved and they try to say things about it, and well, they end up dead, right? Or something happens, discredited in so many different ways. I have no fear because of God. I do everything for God. And if you think you can do anything to me when God's got my back, good luck. You're fucked. Simply put, that whole profanity thing, so I can say and do whatever I want, and God has always got my back. And that's my point. I wrote a book called Discovering Your Inner Light about the spirit inside you coming to life. Now, I have learned over time you have to commit fully to trusting in the spirit, and boy, are you going to get trained, right? I have been trained in Krav Maga, so I'm a fighter, right? But understand, that level of fighting is fun for me, right? The level of fighting that I'm going to come out with you is through the intelligence that is in my mind. I am an IT engineer for over 25 years. I'm analytical thinking. I think about everything before I make any move. I make plans. I make backup to the backup plans to make sure that I can go this way, or that way, and I got you. Because when I come at you as a politician, I'm going to ask you 1,000 different questions in 1,000 different ways, right up in your face so you can smell my breath. And then I'm going to sit back and smile and see how you respond to it. And based on that response, well, I will react, and always with my hand out to shake your hand. Now, because I'm such a cool guy, I love the fact that they came up and gave you a hug there at that rally, because I happen to have started something called the Hug Challenge. Because people need human contact. So once you get past that 6-foot distance thing that, well, we ain't got to go there, and that isolation thing, now we can talk about getting a little closer and shaking hands, looking each other in the eye, and giving a hug. Now I have given some hugs out there where I'm like, holy shit. They're like, I'm a hugger. I'm a, wow. But that's the coolest thing is human contact is important, right? And through every handshake and through every connection, we are going to build something so amazing. Now, every day is a happy day. And today is Happy Willingness Wednesday, my friends. In hopes you are ready to fight. Because our government is going to take away your rights. So God sent the handler to ignite your soul's light for the creation of an army of knights. And you have just met a new knight in the magnetic movement.
Yep.
Movement.
I'm like, I would say Republicans got me like an atomic bomb. Like I can't be Me Too'd. I mean, you can't dig in my past and try to demonize me. I started this campaign from prison for bank robbery. I sold drugs. Like I'm an open book. You can't demonize me to the people. People vote for me because of my policies and the tricks that they try to play and try to say, oh, you shouldn't like from this. You can't dig nothing up on me. I'm an open book. Like I said, this is a different type of campaign. You have to beat my policies. You have to tell people why you're better than me, why your policies are better for their life than mine. And well, if you wanted to, you could try dig up anything in my past. I done said everything. I'm ready for this. Like everything that the Democrats try to throw at us, like I said, I'm like a atomic bomb. I'm breaking up this party. Y'all can't. It's not business as usual to get me out of this seat.
Now the coolest thing is once you have reached this point, there is no fear of judgment. So you can look at Michael or myself and judge all the way.
Judge your way.
We do not give a shit about your judgment. And I obviously, Michael wants your vote, and he has mine, but, what we want you to do is stop. Think who you are. My whole goal is to get in front of you.
Your life. If you don't know me, if you're not listening to the media demonize me, all you can go by is the policy. Turn your TV off. The policy's gotta fix your life. And I need people to get back to that. Instead of, we don't like him because of such and such. Let me, I haven't got a haircut, so my wife told me to put this Trump hat on. Trump is not our king. Like MAGA is his own thing. It's the newest wave. Like I said, there's Democrat MAGA, there's Black MAGA. Like there's a lot of people that we wanted change, and this is our change. I don't like everything that Trump says. I don't like everything about Trump. I'm my own man. I like my policies. I like a lot of his, but I need y'all to want better for your life. Please judge by the policy and not the man. Turn your TV off. Your life gets better through the policy, not if you like a person or not. Some people are already okay, already rich. Most people are rich Democrats, but if you're not doing great, please, you have to vote for the policy.
It's important for you to pause in your existence, in your life, and to realize who you are inside and what you're about, right? Because if you keep yourself plugged into what society, what the media and everybody's telling you without doing your own research, then you are just going to follow the same path that everybody has followed all this time. However, if you pause, find a little peace in your life. I want you to discover your inner light, but at least if you can learn a little bit more about yourself, right? Because if you rely on everybody else to tell you who you are, you're never going to know who you are. You're going to be different aspects of everyone else and how they judge you. You need to first stop judging yourself, then stop judging others, and then look upon the world with open eyes and an open mind and make educated decisions. Research, vet everything. They call it truth, fact checking, right? Well, fact check yourself before you go out there. That's why I analytically think. I think about everything. I can't say that everything I've done, I've gotten it right, but that's the coolest thing is, whatever I do, because I have learned to walk in God's grace, it's okay. God's got me. I think I'm going to balance like this. There's a gust of wind. It just blew me back up. It's that simple. But in order for you to learn that level, you have to trust us to such a point in God and in yourself. And when you are so distracted to where you can't even look at politics or look at reality and get involved in a way that actually can make change, well, if you can't figure out who you are and think about what right way to vote, how are you going to ever truly connect and walk in God's grace? I have hope for all of y'all to start going deeper, but there's a reason why I roll at such a light level, because y'all can't handle it. So the handler is going to give you just what you need. Baby steps, here's a little pebble, I'm going to drop you a stone, try to get you to walk that way. I could lead you to water all you want, but well, I can't make you drink it. So I can tell you and show you, what's going on the Democrats and the Republicans and the independent, but guess what? And the policies, but
I love this platform. We're definitely going to do this again sooner than you think. Next time we're going to talk about my policies.
Before we're going to shake hands right now, right? But we're going to do this. We're going to bring it up in here. Okay, very close here. Hold on, I'm caught up in here.
Break the right thing.
Oh no, we're still rolling here. We're still rolling because remember I started that hug challenge. Bring it in, brother man. Now, first of all, this is what we try to do here. But now, because people,
I'm not really a toucher, but
but because people can't handle that stuff. So now I've come out with, I do this police officer time. Can you imagine me walking up to a police officer?
We do it again, man. Come on, man.
I gotta do it. This section is great. So I'll grab a police officer and shake his hand, and I'm like, hey, can we do this? Booyah! And we do like a bang. And it's not like a light bang either. But point being is, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Is it a handshake? Is it a hug? I met a couple of my friends at the gym. They're like, well, we got to do the whole cool hug. It's like, we're going to shake, hey, hi, we haven't seen each other in a while. They come up and like tap each other on the back. Like, it's like a kind of a hug, but it's like, oh, hey, we're guys, so we can't do that thing. But we got to make sure we're not representing something that's, but that's the thing is, hugs, a good intentional hug is not about sexual. It's about contact. It's about energy. It's about transference of energy so that, guess what? Wow, I feel loved. Or, something. We just connected at a whole nother level.
I felt that.
I did too. I want to thank you all for tuning in to Discovering Your Inner Light, episode 5 here with the handler and guest speaker, Michael Massey. vote for Michael Massey. I am, that's for damn sure. Y'all be well and God bless, and we love you.